What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. We are again live in the studio. I should have some clapping, so it's sort of like, you know, yeah. So it feels like we're actually live in a studio. All right. I promised you yesterday, or I didn't promise you, but I said I set up online, ALLONBLACK.net. I set up the challenge tracker for myself in there, which should have been done a long time ago. Here it is right there. And, well, that's not what it is it? No, is that it? Oh, I've got the wrong one. Dang, burn it. Dell, here we go. That is the right one, but it's not looking like the right one. All right, here's the challenge tracker right there. This is on ALLONBLACK.net, and what you do is you come here and you can name your challenge the first time. You put in your target balance of what you want at the end of your challenge. In my case, it was $100,000. You put your starting balance in there. That is whatever your bankroll is when you very first start. And then the percentage, daily target, you can do percentage or a fixed amount. And you put in, I'm putting in 5%. Remember, that's just a nice to have. And then as you can see down here, this is kind of your dashboard. The current balance right now, $2248.50. Total profit is $67.50. That's what I made yesterday because I started my challenge all over from that new, so I didn't import everything from that Excel file. And at the end of our session, you come here, session profit or loss, you just put in whatever you made. Even though you may do multiple sessions, it's fine. The daily goal doesn't change until the next calendar day. So if you're doing multiple sessions in a day, don't worry, this daily goal is gonna stay at $22.90 that entire time until the next daily goal or the next calendar day. All right, so it's, here we go. We're gonna start. I've got members here playing along with us, which is cool, which is really cool. So, all right, I'm gonna start on the outside. We're gonna do, and we're gonna go back to the previous one, 16. We're gonna go follow the winners. So I can get my feet wet on this, we're just gonna go with, I'm gonna go with a 10-cent bet, and then I'll increase it as I go. Like I talked about yesterday, I haven't actually played this for a hot second. And so it's always good to be on the conservative side, see how it's playing out so you're not stressing. I don't want to start with a $5 bet and end up with a $300, right? I'm going to be playing the outside 1-to-1 bets, and then I'm going to slowly move in outside bets to the 2 dozens, and then we'll start moving into like 9 streets, 5 double streets. So we're going to get our coverage. We're going to start moving from the outside in, and I'll tell you there's a reason for that I like about this, and that is, when you play one strategy over and over and over, at least this is me, so I'm just telling you what goes, how my mind works. When I play a strategy over and over and over, you tend to get a little bit careless with your bet amounts because you get really comfortable and you stop figuring things out, right? You stop thinking about how many progressions you need. When you switch it up and you go to an outside bet or you switch strategies in your session, it sort of makes you stop and really think, at least it should. It should make you stop and think, okay, what should my unit size be for this different type of bet, right? And so it should make you, give you a little bit of pause and slow you down and kind of keep you in check so that we don't get comfortable with where we're at. All right, so, and you can see here, you can see on the screen right above me, this is the chat. We're streaming both in Kick and in YouTube. So you're getting a combined chat right up there. And we just started today. What's up, Angel and Brian Johnson? Are you both here or are you just split personality, Angel and Brian Johnson? I don't know if you can see their red name right up there. All right, so we're gonna do Marty plus, which means we had 10 cents here. We're gonna go 10 cents there. We're gonna double it and add 1 base unit every time. Double, add 1 base unit. And I told you guys why I like you. Oh, it's just you, Brian, okay. That we know of. Just one split personality. So Angel and Brian Johnson, it says just Brian. So right now it looks like his split personality is kind of suppressed. Welcome, Brian. He's coming in from YouTube. Stick around. We're doing dedicated new people giveaways today. All right, there we go. We hit it and we're going to go back down to base. Remember, it's 1 hit recovery, and even better than that, the reason why I like Marty Plus is because you win a base unit for every loss on your progression. So it's as if you won every single spin. So if I played this session and I won every single spin, and I played Marty Plus, and then along the way I'm losing, at the end of the session, as long as neither one of us busts, I'm kind of split personality too, same with Angel and Brian. You will end up with the exact same amount. We'll end up with the exact same amount. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate it, man. Truly, people think I'm not bullshitting when I say that. It's those kind of kind words really at times, you know, when things start getting tiring and get a little bit frustrating, whether I'm just in a bad mood or there's people in the community. Okay, no graph, see? Thank you. This is the power of community right here. Hey, Brent. Dummy. Let's see. So I'm going to be answering some questions along here. Okay, so he's talking to Can. Never mind. All right, so there's a loss. We're going to flip to we're following the winner. And again, I'm just kind of getting my feet wet here. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm going down. I'm being very conservative. I'm going down to a 10-cent bet, but I'm going to be increasing those. So I'm just doing that to get in a group. And it's not a bad thing for your first session or the first part of your session. It's really not a bad thing to do that no matter what, to see what kind of sessions you have. Because if you've played it all, I mean, sure, you get sessions in there that are just kind of, they're okay. But I feel like, man, you guys know last week and the last couple sessions, it's been rough. So get in here and, okay, so we lost that. So we're going to put 30 cents here, which was our last bet. We're going to double it. And then we just add one base unit on top of it. At least if you start out maybe low, and this is no guarantee. I get it. Wheel has no memory, blah, 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 save it. But I feel like you either have these really great sessions or you have these really crappy sessions. So I think if you just, even if it's 5 spins, 10 spins, whatever, get in there, you know, bring it down, and, you know, kind of see how, set the tone, see how it's going for you. When I was a state trooper, bingo. See, so we won 10 cents as if we were winning every one of those spins. We're in the same exact place. That's what I love about Marty Plus on the outside. What's up, Trainer? Trainer 420. Trainer 420 69020. I hope I said that right. Did I pronounce that correctly? So when I was a state trooper, when I was just a young rookie recruit, that's what they call them in the Oregon State Police, recruits. Even after you come on, even after you go through the training, which for the state police, it was a initial training of 3 months that you're at a military camp. Over here, it was called Camp Rylea. It's on the coast. It's a military base. I mean, I was 25 at the time. And when I joined the Army, I was 17. Let me tell you the difference. When you're 17 and you go through boot camp, you got people yelling in your face. You got to stand, you know, you got to stand at ease in the chow line. You can't talk in the chow line. When you sit down to eat your food, you're not supposed to talk sometimes. You're 17, you're like, it's like, it sucks, but you deal with it. When you're 25 and older, come on, lady. It stops being kind of, you know, what were you at? 30 cents. All right, we're just going to drag this. We'll move it over here. We'll double it, add one on. It's a lot harder because you're like, man, I don't have the tolerance for that. Why can't I talk when I'm sitting down eating food? What's up, Dave Verbank? You know? So, I didn't think they'll let you in the Army underage. Yeah, you, at least in the US, you can join the Army at age 17. Yeah, they had something called split training, which means after your junior year in high school, you could join. There we go, banger. All right, we're gonna move our bets up now. I'm gonna go up to $1. I'm feeling pretty good. It sucks that they only have 50-cent chips. Why? But whatever. After your junior year in high school, you can leave and get your boot camp out of the way between your junior and senior year. Come back, finish your senior year, and then you go and you finish AIT, which is the advanced training for whatever your specialty is. You then go back and you do that training, then you get released to your unit. So I had told you guys, oh man, I forgot to bring my bet down. Oh no, I'm at $1. I'm a yo-yo. All right. So I went, yeah, everyone in the Army is rich. Yeah, everyone in the military is rich. So if you want to do, listen, if you want to do a progression, I'm going to answer this question. Someone's asking, do we have on the website a progression chart for 34 number systems? Here's a really easy thing to do. Unless you have a really something funky, literally instead of going by the unit, take your entire bet. So let's say you're playing Widowmaker, which is 34 number system. It's terrible. 34 number system, and you want to know what does my progression chart is, just take the entire amount of your bet, right? So if you're betting $1 units, it's $34 bet. Then go on our progression chart and just do the outside 1-to-1 bet, right? And then just go, are you 2xing it, 3xing it? And that'll give you the same exact progression. It's not quite as easy because you can't just put the unit size in there. Come on, man. Come on. What's up, Tommy? Hold on, Tommy. Let me get this bet here. I'm not trying to ignore you, brother. All right. Bro, I got you live. Awesome. Welcome, man. Stick around. Get on our website, allonblack.net. Create an account. It's 2 seconds. We barely ask for any information. Then you can enter in the giveaways. We're doing giveaways for new people every day now. So if you're not an affiliate, that's okay. If you haven't been around, that's okay. What is Tommy saying here? All right. Well, welcome, man. Hopefully you can start making it. Oh my gosh, she waits until I bet bigger, right? And then she starts going at it. All right. I'm picking up what you're throwing down, lady. Anyway, so yeah, if you're just watching this first time, Tommy, welcome. But get into the website, you can just start collecting money, and we put it right into your account. You track your balance in your account, and then when you get at least $10 worth of, we call them Brent bucks, but they're $1 US, $1 USDC. Then you can we cash it out for you, and you can take it, and it keeps track of it in there. Yes, it keeps track of it in there all on its own, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to make a ticket. Nothing. Easy, easy. You really enjoyed the 5 double street method. I'll check out just for you is there. All right, a link. Allonblack.net. Type in exclamation website. Is it exclamation website? Right here in chat. Oh, it might not do it in YouTube. It's just allonblack.net. You can see, yeah, no, it's not there. We're losing? What do you mean we're losing? I'm not losing. Are you following exactly what I'm doing? So we've got members. So T-City's playing along. I don't know if you guys can read that chat. It's really, 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 really small. But she said we're losing. We're not losing. We recovered. We recovered. You recovered, right, T-City? You're playing it just like I am? Okay, good. I read it too late, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna use the same excuse that chat always uses to me when I ask a question. They're like, there's lag. So I'm just being like, there's lag. There's lag. So, anyway, all right, let's get this bet going. I don't even remember what the point of that story was. What the point was that story? What was I trying to tell you guys about the military? I don't remember now. I don't remember now what else. I don't know what the big lead up was. But that's terrible. The big lead up and then nothing, right? Well, it wasn't the website. I was talking about the Army. What was I trying to say relate to this with the military? Come on, low. No. All right, what was that? $3, I believe. Move it over, double it. And I'm playing this strategy. Let's be very clear. This strategy is best on the French roulette table, because if you hit 0, you're getting 50% of your bet, because your entire bet is on an outside 1-to-1 bet. So I'm playing it here on a regular table to make it easy for you guys to kind of follow along, because if we go to the French table and we start doing some stuff, you might get confused because the layout is ridiculous. Oh, come on. Man alive. Man alive. All right, here we go. Down the rabbit hole again. Come on, dealer. Unbelievable. I can handle 4 progressions. I can, but can T-City? I hope if T-City can't handle if you can't handle 4 progressions on this strategy, which is an 18 number coverage strategy, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. Do not play this with 4 progressions. Okay, there we go. Bang. In fact, there's not a lot of strategies. I think maybe 34 Widowmaker. That's a strategy that maybe I think you could play with 3. I think Can plays with 3. Can you play with 3 progressions or 4?
Are you talking about 34 number?
Yeah.
3, but sometimes I'll do 4.
But sometimes you'll do 4. But I mean, it's pretty rare that you would go to the 4. I mean, how many times have you ever gone to the 4th progression ever?
If you play enough, you'll go there.
Sure. All right, we're cooking here. We're at 12:10. We've been going here now for... I need to get the timer. So I'll get the timer, folks, so that you guys can see how long we've been playing. I don't have a count up timer. All I have is a countdown timer for the live streams. And I'm switching over back from a different streaming software, which was Streamlabs, which I like actually, but I'm going to OBS, which is free. Brent, do you have a win target right now? Yeah, I do, Sundar. So as we talk about in the videos, are nice to have for me, profit ceiling, nice to have, not mandatory, is 5%. So it's 5, and let me show you this. Let me bring this back here. If you look here on the website, and maybe it's kind of hard to see there. Let me increase this. You see that a little bit better now? You can see the daily goal says 2290. Our ending balance was 2248. So this tells us what we're going. So at this time, it's a little over $100, but that's just a target. That's just a target. That's just a nice to have, sort of a North Star to keep you in line of kind of checking out where you're going. I really like the 3% for longevity. So especially if you're getting started, I really like that 3% actually versus 5%. But you got to play around with it. 3% is nice because if you're having a kick-ass session, right? If you're having a kick-ass day, then you can always do a little bit more. But if you set your session profit high, like 10%, 10% can kind of grind on you, and you kind of, if you set it as a hard target, then you're forcing yourself. So I like the 5%. Bang, there we go. All right, we're at $15. So let's see, we've been going here for about 17 minutes. And we would be coming to the end of our first session, right? We want to time box these things 15 minutes, 15 to 20-ish, right in there. That's my suggested time boxing. You could even make it shorter. I think there's nothing wrong with making it shorter if you want to do a bunch of, heck, if you wanted to come down and give yourself a certain number of spins or a certain number of wins and then leave, you can time box it any way you want. All right, I appreciate that, Barrett. Barrett just said 17 minutes, so yeah. So you can time box it, or relative, whatever you want to call it, spin box it, win box it. I should copyright, I should trademark these things. Spin box it, win box it. I like the name of that, win box it. Because time box it, okay, but win box it, that just sounds kind of cool. Win box it. Winboxit.com. Would you guys visit there? Winboxit.com.
Sounds like a shipping service.
Yeah, it does. What did you say it is? We box it? Are you part of FedEx? No, it's Win Box It. Oh, it's sports. No, it's not sports. Okay, yeah, all right, maybe that's not such a great idea. Whaps, Win Box It. Yeah. Remember, a person with a plan, whap. So Plap Smear is what Liz decided to butcher that beautiful thing into. All right, we're doing okay. We're at $17. So let's put this thing in perspective. If we were basically should be stopping now, $17, $18, and you're going to multiply that by 5, that's about $90. That gets us really close to that 5%. That'd be around 3.5%, 4%. Just playing like this. Just playing like this. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to controlled chaos. I'm going to put 2 units on high. I'm going to play it the exact same way, except it's 2 units on the outside high or low, depending on where you're at on the end, and 1 unit on the corresponding closest dozen. In this case, it's the third dozen. So this one covers 19 through 36, right? And this 19 through 24 will give you 1 unit, but the third dozen gives you 4 units. So this is straight up martingale. So we're just going to replace our base bet, go. So in this case, our units now are $1. So if we hit here, we make $1. If we hit here, we make $4. This is a nice little banger here. And the deeper you go, when you do hit this first or third dozen, hold on for the happy boy, because it's coming. It's coming. Hopefully we get some more of our viewers on YouTube now that we're streaming on YouTube as well. Maybe you weren't aware that we were on Kick, but maybe it's easier for you now. There we go. Okay, so that's only 1 unit. Now, I'm going to play it conservative here. I would normally leave it, but remember, we only lost $1.50 on that previous loss. We just made $1. So we're only down 50 cents. I'm going to bring my bet down. I'm going to save my progression in this case. You can opt to, on your very first one, keep it high. That's fine, because then you go into profit. But if we hit here, we're in profit anyway. So progressions are life. Again, I think if you're going to play truly lifer program, you're playing for longevity, you need to take your time. You need to see, look at that. Of course, we would have gotten a big hit, a much bigger hit, but we recovered and went into profit anyway. So it's, as we talked about yesterday, it's time. It's time. We start wanting to rush. We stop wanting to put in the time, the sessions, and we start wanting it quicker and quicker. And that's where the degen starts. So bring yourself down, protect your progressions, because you never know that one progression that you just saved can definitely at some point mean the difference between make or break your bankroll. It really can. I'm not trying to be dramatic. It really can. You're like, how many times, chat, how many times have you played where you go and you lose, you bust, and the very next one would have been was a winner, right? That very next one was a winner. And when you're playing 18 numbers or higher coverage, I mean, there's a decent chance that you're going to get that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we are on our second progression here. Every single time, right? So Roulette Whisperer says every single time, right? So a progression is a lot. I mean, it means a lot. So protect those progressions and bring your bets down when you can. And that even means if you are starting to get into recovery, let's say you're having a really rough recovery, you get anywhere near your where you were pre-loss, and or if you're in profit like we are here, go back to base. Go back to base. You can always, after you get on a winning streak, you could always modulate your bet and go up. Go back to base. Don't feel like you have to keep going on. Don't feel like you have to keep going on. There we go. Bang. I mean, I really like controlled chaos. I really like controlled chaos. I mean, it is. It's called Controlled Chaos Lakshay, and it's 2 units on low or high. I'm playing Follow the Winner. You can play Static. You can play Follow the Loser. You can play DeLorean. I'll show you DeLorean in just a second. You can play it any way you want, but you're 2 units on low, 1 unit on the first dozen, or 2 units on high, 1 unit on the third dozen. If it hits in the first dozen while you're there, it pays 4 units. In this case, our unit is 50 cents, so it'd pay $2. If it hits 13 through 18, it pays 1 unit, in this case, 50 cents. But so this becomes a banger. And the reason why I like this one so much is because out of 18 numbers, 12 are bangers, only 6 are payable for 1 unit. That's a good ratio. That's a good ratio. All right. Play the middle double streets on every dozen. Martingale twice if you lose. Martingale twice. You want to 4x it. Whew. That could get expensive. That's 18 number coverage. I mean, the reality is, I'll tell you the reality on that one is you're not going to do any better or any worse by covering these double streets. Now, if it works for you, I say, take your superstition with you. I have mine. But I guarantee you, overall, we could have the same exact results. Instead of playing 3 double streets, just playing these outside 1 to 18, you can have very similar results overall. What's up? Long time no see, JRE. Long time. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Welcome, brother. How are you and the crew doing? Your betting crew. You guys had a whole gambling crew, your friends and stuff. You guys get together, drink, and gamble. That is a good crew. I like that. I like that. And if I miss comments, I'm sorry. Right now, because I'm recording on the YouTube, I'm really trying to focus on the game and not so much on the chat, all this. But Lakshay says, I'll be playing this. Progression is martingale. Yep. It's just straight martingale, but keep an eye on it. Like I just described, sometimes you don't need to go up because of the banger. You can kind of keep your bets down if you want to. You don't have to. Even on this first loss, you could flat bet this for 1 or 2 losses, maybe 2 losses. You could flat bet it. The AOB community is your crew, 100%. If you're on YouTube, you're not hearing the music that the people on Kick are hearing. So if you want the full experience, you can absolutely just go on to Kick and watch it there. Then you're getting everything you're getting here, but the music. Now you're saying, hey, Brent, why would I care about your music? Because if you create your account, which you should do so you can get in giveaways, you're able to go in there and put songs in the queue for Spotify. So how cool is that you get your music? Now, I will tell you, we've had members choose absolutely horrific music, and I will skip that music. Whose was it yesterday? Oh my gosh, it sounded like a siren banshee in a plastic bag. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. So yeah, so like Rob's posting, you can go 1128. Wow, I'm not even sure, Rob, that you would have to go from 2 to 8. I bet you could go 1124 and just go regular Marty after that.
You can, but like if you go up to 8, which is where Martingale would put you at that step anyway, the banger you get is fucking phenomenal.
What happened here? What's that last bet? Rebet was 4 and 2. All right, we're gonna go 12. Yeah, no, I understand that. I was just thinking on a 4, because if you get the first dozen or the third dozen hit, that 4 will get you there. But I do like the idea of, like I was just saying, and what Rob just posted, of going flat betting that first one. Come on. Demon Seed. Can we get a dealer change? I'm just gonna move this over here. I'm gonna move this over here. And we're gonna double it. So we're already up to a 24. Good. Ask and ye shall receive. We're already at $24. Let's go. Let's go. All right. You're getting scared? How many losses is that? 3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're on our 5th progression. You got to expect on these outside bets, when you're only covering 18, I mean, you got to be able to expect at least 8 progressions, at least 6 on a fairly regular basis. You got to expect it. No. All right, here we go. We are on our 6th progression, or yeah. We're on our 6th progression. Yeah, I'm getting, I start getting worried too, I'm about a $48 bet. The saving grace here is I'm comfortable with my bankroll that if I do, you can choose to stop. You don't have to place this bet. You don't have to recover right here. You can just stop and come back and recover back to baseline. So start over and recover back up the baseline. Demon Seeds. Yeah. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with Prague, and it's mostly hate. I much prefer the Evo tables as far as gameplay goes. But they have build a bet here, which I really, really like, and they have the lower 1 penny unit for a lot of people. All right, T-City's going. Come on, let's get this, T-City. T-City's going in for one more. We're down there. This is painful. Rob's playing second back. Okay, come on, come on, come on. No! You demon seed. Arr. All right. I sort of want this to miss so that T-City, if you're done, that you stop, that we don't win on this one. I sort of want to lose so you're not, so that you don't go, oh, it was that next one after I stopped, you know, next one after I stopped. So I sort of hope this misses so that you go, okay, that was a good stop. That was a good stop. All right, let's get this. Come on, man. 192. Yes. Oh, T-City. All right, look at that hit though. Look what that did. Look what that did. Bang. We are up to 94.60. We're basically at our stopping point right now. We could stop and we're close enough to our 5% nice to have, right? And we've been going for about 31 minutes. 31 minutes and we got it. So yeah, like I said, 18 number coverage. I mean, don't underestimate how many this can go back and forth. You know, it can go a lot. You can try different things to see if it works for you in terms of, say, like if you get 2 whacks in a row, you sit out and wait till it clears, the ping ponging clears, and it would have given you a win, and then start again. So there's things like that. It was not the wrong play on T-City to stop. She's down $2, and that's fine. And that's fine. That's what is your total bankroll these days, T-City? What is your total bankroll right now? Is it over 100? Oh, JT went in. He's up 60. Nice. Oh, okay. So you got 200. There we go. Bang. If I had known that you had a bankroll of 280 T-City, I would have recommended that you would have gone. That's just me. But it's not a bad call because you can make up $2 relatively easy, right? I would have recommended I thought you might have had like a $20 bankroll. You have a $280 bankroll. I'm okay with losing $2 at that level and betting the next one. But that's hindsight as well. So sometimes it is better safer than sorry, right? So it's not a bad decision. I'm only playing with 10% of your bankroll. Okay, that's then that's a good decision. All right, we only won 1 unit there, so we could bring our bet down. I'm gonna leave it up. Oh no, we're on base unit anyway. So okay, since you're playing only with $28, I probably would have risked even with the $28, and I'm down 2. What size would your next bet would it have been? What size would the next bet been? You were down $2. What size would your next bet have been? And I'm not second guessing what you're doing. I'm just trying to, in my head, I'm just also trying to say, what would I have done? All right, come on. All right, there's a loss. Let's see, what were we at? 1 and 50 cents. All right, base bet. We're going to double this up. I don't even think I'm going to move to the inside. I think we're just going to wrap this up here. Let's get a couple more wins. We've been going for 33 minutes, so let's just wrap this up. If you get a lucky hit like this, let's just say very beginning of the game, you go down, 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 and you get this banger of a hit. My suggestion is, and I've told you guys before, just stop, and don't play. Take the rest of the day off. Take the day off. You need that day off. Over time, if you're going to be a lifer, you're going to need that time off. So don't be in such a rush because you're playing the long game here. Take the time off, leave. The worst thing that happens is when you're up $100 and you keep pushing it, and then say you lose everything and then you're down $50. It would have been $3.84. Okay. I would have told you to go on that one. In fact, I probably would have told you to go that one plus one more on a $28 bankroll, T-City. But again, it's easier said when it's not my money, it's not my thing, right? It's always easier that. Okay, now she's freaking ping-ponging us again. This dealer has been ping-ponging. So 2 and 4. All right, here we go. Here we go. What's up, Troll King? Troll King? All right. Oh yeah, JT left. That's good, man. And you get a big hit like that. Yeah, you don't have to keep pressing it. You don't have to creep. I can't even hear the music because I got YouTube. I don't want it to bleed into my microphone. Oh, I like that. Bang. All right. We got a nice little hit there. We're at 95 bucks. Let's go for one more win and we're going to call it a wrap. Let's go for one. It's been a long day. You, my friend. Easy all in now. You want me to go all in with $2,300? No, we're here for the long play.
Not you.
Oh, not me. You. Oh, T-City? All right. Okay. Have I mentioned I really like Controlled Chaos? Here we go. And whatever method you decide to play it, you're just going to have some sessions that it's just on fire and some sessions where it's just not. That's just how it goes. Appreciate it, troll. Whoa, renewing your subscription for 5 months. T-City, way to go. Awesome. Awesome. Remember, subscribers, you get extra tickets in the giveaways. It's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. All right, that does not recover us though. I'm gonna rebet because remember this, when it hits in this winning, these 6 winning numbers, it pays 1 unit. In this case, it paid $1. We could drop it down. It's not a bad idea to drop it down. I'm gonna leave it up. We're up $94 and we're doing well. We'll be doing giveaways. We just did 2 giveaways already, Troll King. We'll be doing them after I'm done with this YouTube. And we do them throughout the stream, my friend. Throughout the stream, we do them. In order to participate in the giveaways, you have to go to allonblack.net. Do you have an account on allonblack.net? That's where we do our giveaways. Oh, he's ping-ponging us. Okay. That's where dropping it down. That's that time that you're like, oh, I'm glad I dropped my bet down. All right. All right. All right, yeah. Go to allonblack.net. Create an account, and that'll keep track of your winnings too. So you don't have to make a ticket with us in our Discord anymore. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Make sure you include your USDC Poly address. Make sure it's right, because that's where we pay out. Now, we pay out, there needs to be a minimum of $10 before we'll do payouts, because it just gets too expensive. It just gets too much time if we're paying out $1, $2, $3. Too many people. We got too many giveaways to do. I stay in the USA. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. US is here. Yeah. Everyone, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, brother. You're eligible for giveaways. If you want to be under the AOB code and get enhanced giveaways and all the $50,000 leaderboard and all the other prizes that we give away, you can do it either on stake.us or stake.com, depending on where you live. We're also happy to help you if you're having difficulties with your account. Create a ticket in our Discord. We'll get you set up. There it is. There it is. We just crossed $101 right there, not without having to hold our breath and clench a little bit down here, right? We were down $161. The bet got big. So this is the prize for clenching, but this also could have gone very easily the other way. So kind of have your plan, right? Be a PWAP. When you sit down, know what you're going to do with this strategy. How far are you willing to take it? How many progressions before you stop? Know it so that you're not making game time decisions, because that's when things kind of fall off the rails if you're making game time decisions. All right, that's it, fools. I'm going to enter this in 101.60. Actually, I'll do it right now. I'm going to bring this up on the screen. All right, we're going to go down right down here, and let's see here, just so you guys can see it a little bit more. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so we're gonna add 101.60, 101.6, and then you just hit save entry, and boom, here it is. Our new balance is 2350, and our daily goal is still the same. Our daily goal is 2360, and we're at 2350. That's a 5%. So we're well within above the 3%, and we're almost at that 5%. So I'm super happy with that. And we're just going to do this every single day until we get to $100,000. And if you ride with me, I'm hoping that you play the same way. I'm hoping we have great results and that you get there with me as well. All right, that's it, fools. Be good humans. Let me know in the comments if there are a particular strategy you want to see, because if you do, the best thing you can do is get in our Discord. We have a roulette strategy sub channel posted in there. I would love to take a look at it and possibly even pay it. And hopefully myself and Patty, our next shadow recruit, hopefully we can get together and get her all set up. So she's going to be joining us on these live streams as well. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Don't just say it, don't just fake it, don't go through the motions, no way. Be a good human every single day. Spread that real love in your own way. Don't just talk, walk that talk, kinda hard on, let it pop. No cap, no fake, no front around. Be a good human, best vibe in town. All on black, that's how we roll.